Assalamualaikum everyone. This is Uzair from Radio Azad. In today's special Ramadan broadcast, we will be talking to a very special person who is the founder of Comprehensive Disaster Response Services, also known as CDRS. CDRS is a humanitarian organization dedicated to providing life-saving relief, healthcare, education, and disaster response services to communities in need. Today, we'll learn about the inspiring journey behind CDRS, its mission, the incredible work they're doing, and how we can all contribute to their cause, especially during this Ramadan. So let's welcome Mr. Todd Shia, who's the founder of CDRS. Todd, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Uzair. It's always a big honor to be on Radio Azad.
Of course, the honor is all ours. Let's start the interview, Todd. The first question, which everyone would like to know about, is the core mission of CDRS. What made you start this organization in the first place, and how has it evolved over the years?
Well, it started out purely as disaster relief, helping Pakistani American doctors during the earthquake with their logistics needs, their supplies, their medicine, their transportation, communications, pick up and drop, helicopters, all those things. Over 20 years now, we've been almost 20 years now. We continue to do disaster relief, but we've transformed into an organization that does a lot of development work. We have over 850 clean drinking water projects all over Pakistan, from the China border to the Arabian Sea. We have 3 House of Blessings for widows and orphans that take care of widows and orphans, abandoned children. And we feed people every day. Like during Ramadan, we have a Dasturkwan, and actually throughout the year, we provide over 600 meals every single day through a partnership with Merry Energies. We have even animal shelters, which we support the society and the health of society by way of, the animals, especially the dogs, they need to be vaccinated so that human beings are safe from rabies.
Yes.
And so the environment is healthier for children. So it's just as much a program for children as it is for animals. But we also teach empathy and kindness, especially as it relates to Islam and the guidance in the Quran about animals, so that we reduce the population of the stray animals in a humane way. So we do a little bit of everything. We build houses and schools. We just finished building a lot of houses in Balochistan that had been affected by the floods in 2022. We are just here to do any kind of humanitarian relief work that is needed in the 20 years that we've been in Pakistan. Like whatever the community's needs are, we try to fill gaps in the system.
That's amazing, Todd. I think from what we talked about last time, I think CDRS also has grown from there. You talked about the community. Is there a specific process that CDRS take to identify and prioritize communities that are most in need of your support?
Well, we always see what's going on in the country, right? Places that have been disaster hit, places where the poverty and the need is greatest. And of course, there's people in need all over Pakistan. But we have an assessment team for our water projects. And then, of course, we have supporters and donors that we work with. And we have a mother-child health center in Swat, for instance. And the Islamic Medical Association of North America, who's supported us since the very beginning, since the earthquake. They come every quarter with a team of doctors. And that area of Swat, we've been working in a long time. Not only the war that happened in 2009, but also the huge floods that happened in 2010 there. So that's when we started there, because there was an incredible need. And there remains need for the community, very poor and in need of mother and child health services. So it's been a great honor to work with Imana to bring doctors there. They bring a team every quarter of wonderful physicians, a lot of female physicians, which is a great need up there in SWAT. The unfortunate thing is there's no there's so much need in every single way in so many areas. So it's not easy. I mean, it's not hard at all to find people in need. And we just try to prioritize according to our need and according to the areas we work. And of course, we get requests. And
Yes.
unfortunately, we can't even say yes to every request because we just don't have the resources
Yeah,
to say
that is
yes
true.
to everybody. We have communities, we have people in government, people at the district level, individuals. We have so many people daily requesting us to do certain projects to help in one way or other. And so we do all that to the as long as we have funds, as long as we can support that work, then we say yes. And unfortunately, in this past year and a half with the genocide going on, it's been difficult because our donors and many of the people out there listening to this program would have been supporting our suffering brothers and sisters in Palestine, very
Yes.
understandably, giving their resources and focus on that. And even I, last Ramadan, went to Egypt and couldn't get into Gaza, but helped a lot of Palestinians. We had collected some money and we were able to help some injured children and people that were at Palestine Hospital working under the Palestinian Red Crescent Society in Cairo was helping. So we went there and helped and did what we could. But we have in Pakistan seen a lot of our funds and our donors because of this situation in Gaza and other parts of the world. The focus has been there. So obviously the funds follow those
Of course.
situations, and that also affects good work like mine and my organization and other organizations doing work in places like Pakistan, who had a great need after the floods of 2022. And so there's been a dip in funding in the last year and a half. So we definitely need anybody to support us in any possible way. And of course, during Ramadan, we're mostly focused on our House of Blessings for Widows and Orphans project, which has one in Banigala in Islamabad, one in the Morga neighborhood of Rawalpindi, and one in PECHS in Karachi.
Gotcha.
And we had been hoping to expand to Lahore, but because of this situation I just described, we hadn't
Hmm.
been able yet to expand there, although we have a lot of requests to expand there. But we have our three House of Blessings for widows and orphans, and
MashaAllah.
we feed people every Ramadan who are food insecure. So these projects and our mother and child health centers, these are the projects we're mostly funding, looking for funds for during Ramadan.
Great, great, Todd. You mentioned that last year, or you have been since last year, you've been busy in the relief services or relief projects in Palestine. You talked about that. Apart from that, what other bigger or biggest milestones CDRs have achieved in the past year? That's something which definitely our listeners and our viewers would like to know.
Well,
What
I
other
wish we
efforts
could,
around the world?
I wish we could do more around the world, and I wish we could do more in places like Sudan and Yemen and Palestine. Uh, I really pray every day to Allah for to give us opportunities to do more good work for people in need, and for that need to be lessened, for the burden of suffering people to be lessened. But we are fully committed in Pakistan, and that is our focus. That is our main focus is to do our work in Pakistan as a first priority, and even that right now is very difficult because we were in a period of expansion with our House of Blessings for Widows and Orphans, and which we haven't been able to do. But as far as milestones, we crossed over 850 clean drinking water projects throughout the country, providing well over 1 million people
So,
daily with clean drinking water. So it's a very, very big undertaking that we've had, and we started doing water projects in 2016. So we've grown that project a lot. Our goal is actually, like, we're not satisfied. We want to have a House of Blessings for widows and orphans and abandoned children in every district of Pakistan, because
right.
we've seen that the need is there.
Yeah.
There's children who are orphaned, abandoned, street children. There's elderly. who need care, and for whatever reasons they don't have family to take care of them. So we would love to do more in that space. So there, to us, there's a lot of unfinished business still to do. Although we're proud of our achievements, and having now almost 20 years since the earthquake, that when we started. When I first came to Pakistan with a group of Pakistani American doctors and
Yeah.
fell in love with the country and started CDRS, we've achieved a lot, but there's so much more that we want to do.
Great, great, Todd. Especially, let's talk about this Ramadan, right? We talked about the water projects. Is there any specific projects you want to focus, uh, within your Ramadan appeal, to all your listeners or all our listeners and viewers?
Sure. Well, we build homes and schools. So if any donor wants to build homes or a school, or they have a special project in their home area or somewhere in Pakistan, but they don't have a team on the ground, this is something that we can do. We can provide, and we provide. We have engineers. We have people who are good builders, and we don't charge a profit, right? So we're not like a contractor for hire.
Right,
We're here to help facilitate people who want to do good work in either their home area or somewhere in Pakistan. It depends on every donor has a different take on things, right? But
right.
we can be their team to do their logistics work, their admin work, handle the funds, send them over to Pakistan, and audit everything that they needed from ground operations to administrative services. And then, of course, with our own projects, the key during Ramadan for us is, our food program. We're doing a Destrequan at PIMS hospital for patient attendants and patients and staff who are food insecure. And it's well over 1,000, people that come for the iftar and dinner that we give. That's
Wow,
sponsored by Mary Petroleum. They sponsor 600 meals every day, and then anything
mashallah.
above that is raised from our donors. So, and then we give family food packs. It's about $55 for a family food pack that lasts a family of six for about a month, and we do that all over Pakistan, and even in very remote areas, wherever is needed and wherever donors want us to deliver them. And then
Mashallah.
the House of Blessings for Widows and Orphans, those three homes are our priority. And then we have two facilities for the health of mothers and children. One is in Swat and one is in Kania, in between Lahore and Islamabad on the GT road. And then, every day we get calls from individual families, people that have had some kind of medical issue or emergency, or they need school fees for their children. They've had a financial crisis. So these are all the things that we try to help as many people as we can during this time. And it is very unfortunate. We've had to say no a lot this past year, and because of the situation of funding. So anybody out there that would like to see what we're doing, would like to talk to me about doing a project or supporting one of our projects, we'd love to talk to you, and love to be your team on the ground. We
Great.
have twice certified as one of Pakistan's top NGOs by the Pakistan Center for Philanthropy. And we have our external and internal audit every year. So we have a medal from Pakistan, Tamga Isar, and in 20 years, scandal-free work in Pakistan. So we deserve trust. We've earned trust, and we built that trust. So people that don't know too much about us, I highly encourage them to get in contact with me, and we're happy to answer your questions and give you information, and even give you a lot of references of people that we work with at APNA, Imana, and other groups that support us, and individuals, very high level people in the Pakistani American community, because it's mostly Pakistani Americans who support our work.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Todd. That brings to my last question is you talked about for people to reach out to you. How can, number one, how can they reach out to you? What are the means of doing that? Is there an email address, a website? And also, how can people learn more about CDRS? I know we talked about the project CDRS is involved in, but how can they find more about CDRS and its work?
Well, we have some amazing videos
Mm.
on our YouTube channel and our
Okay.
Facebook channel, and it's basically facebook.com/CDRSPK, and then our YouTube channel is at CDRS World, and our
Okay.
Instagram is also CDRS World. But there's a lot of videos of all our projects there.
Great. Okay. And can you also tell our viewers the website for CDRS? So that's good to know. Well, I think we got disconnected, but I think we got all the information and the amazing work we got to hear from Todd himself, the amazing work CDRS has been doing over the years. And as we embrace, I do want to tell everyone, all our listeners here, that as we embrace the spirit of Ramadan, it is truly inspiring to see life-changing work being done by organizations like CDRS, especially under the leadership of Mr. Todd. Their unwavering commitment to humanitarian aid, disaster relief, healthcare, community development, and other very important work they're doing has impacted countless lives across the globe. This Ramadan, we all have a great opportunity to make a difference, whether through donations, to volunteering, spreading awareness, however we can. Every effort counts. If you'd like to support this noble cause, please visit cdrsworld.org and the Facebook page and the YouTube channel Todd mentioned. Please visit them and follow their social media pages, as Todd mentioned as well, to get the latest update on how you can help. Uh, Todd, thank you for sharing your insights and for the incredible work you continue to do. May this Ramadan bring more hope, generosity, and compassion to those in need. Ramadan Mubarak to you and your team. Thank you.